Hi everyone, welcome back to Esoteric Ramblings. I'm Jesse Arnold. Today, I'm going to be giving you my Comic Haul rundown for week 2 of 2021, Wednesday, January 13th. Everybody, welcome back to the Comic Haul rundown. This is week 2 of 2021. Got 50 more to go after this one for the year. So let's get into it. First up, before I get into my normal rundown, I want to do a quick little add awareness, whatever, for some new indie books that we got into the shop this week from creative team. It's called is it Jalisco and Santa, which are the first two books in a series. You can look it up on JaliscoSuperhero.com or LatinaSuperheroes.com. From Caden Phoenix, writing, art by Amanda Julina Gonzalez, Hannah Diaz on inking, Mirel Ortega, Adi Rivera Sonda, Gloria Felix on coloring, and letters by Sandra Romero. So I've not read these yet, but I saw them and I thought they looked really interesting and I want to check them out. So I will be doing a full review on these once I get them done. So yeah, go ahead and check out their websites here. I'll see if I can... I don't know if those websites are going to be readable. Yeah, so it's JaliscoSuperhero.com, JALISCO, superhero.com, or www.latinasuperheroes.com, all spelled the way you normally would. So yeah, I'll give you some reviews on these once I get a chance to read them, but they look really cool, and it looks like they have some good messages and stuff going on in there, so I will give you that review when I get to them. Alright, so for the rundown this week, we're going to start off alphabetically, covers, top 3. So let's get into it. There's a huge stack. Alright, first up, A Man Among Ye, issue 4. As you know, I have been enjoying this pirate comic. It is a lot of fun, and I mean, just the cover on this is great. Pirates, lady pirates, fighting back against bad guys. What's not to like? If you don't like pirates, maybe it's not the book for you, but if you have any interest in pirates, you definitely need to check this out. Up next is continuing on The Last Remains Post-Mortem, which is how I feel reading this story. Amazing Spider-Man 57. I am ready to move on from the Last Remains storyline. And get on with Spidey's life, because, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to go down a tangent. It is a good issue. It's well-drawn, well-written, inked, colored, all of that stuff. All very well done. It's just not holding my interest like some of the earlier story was. And I know some heroes need to go through heavy times, and I like a good heavy story as much as anybody else, or as much as I like the fun and lighthearted ones, but I feel like the characters in this book, I feel like I am emotionally beaten down in this story, and I am not enjoying it. There's not enough up to the down. You need a little of both, and I don't feel like I'm getting that in this right now, but it is still good. There are far worse things I could be spending my time with than reading Spider-Man, and that probably did not sound like the ringing endorsement. But there it is. The Chris Claremont Anniversary Special one-shot, covered by Todd Knock. This was interesting. I can honestly say I kind of skimmed through most of this. I think I need to give it a more in-depth reading at another date, but it seems to be hitting a bunch of different eras of Chris Claremont writing and characters and storytelling, and kind of meshing it all into one big thing. And it just wasn't hitting me the right way when I was reading it, so I need to give it a little space and come back and try it again. It's definitely cool. I love Chris Claremont writing. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I just didn't get through it completely to give you a fully appreciated critique of it. Let's see. So, X-Men related. We're going on to Marauders number 17. Yeah, this was kind of fun. Yeah, it's good. Good art, good storytelling. Not sure where all of this is going, but there's definitely some cool stuff in this issue. This next one almost made it to the top 3. Sword number 2. Again, it's a bunch of characters I'm not super familiar with. I'm not all that jazzed about the Null and King in Black storyline tying into it. I mean, that's not why I like it, but it's cool, and I'll be intrigued to see what happens, because we got some mutants and mutant-related characters, seemingly the only people outside of Earth at this moment trying to make contact. So I'd be very intrigued to see how that plays out. Another King in Black tie-in that was originally supposed to be part of the Empire tie-in, the Union. Boy, I don't want to spoil anything. If you did not read the first issue, I'm not going to spoil this one for you. I am definitely enjoying it. As you can see, I've got a British flag in the background there. Got an Irish flag in my other window. Excuse me. I'm all about the British Isles, Great Britain, and all that kind of history and different things there. So I was really intrigued by this set of characters, and I still am. Just not quite what I had expected it to be. Up next are a bunch of Future State books. I mainly got because they are the Wonder Woman 84 covers, so I guess those are coming next. I did not... I read one of these. So first up is Superman Wonder Woman number 1, Future State. And I did not look closely at the instructions on this. I can't tell if this is just a photo. It looks like a photo. If this is an artist rendering, it is gosh darn photographically real. So I apologize my ignorance if it is a photograph, but it's a cool cover either way. Another nearly photographic but very good likeness of Gal Gadot is the Future State, what is this, Teen Titans 1, Wonder Woman 84 alternate cover. And Jim Lee, one of the guys that got me into comics when I was a kid, his take on Justice League number 1's Wonder Woman 84 cover. This was one of the ones I read in this set here. This was interesting. I don't know, since it's all new versions of the Justice League characters, I did not read all of the Future State stuff, so I'm still learning who some of them are and what they're about. This is interesting. I'll be intrigued to see where this story goes. And I did not read this one yet. Same with all of these. I did not read them yet. I mainly got it because it's the Wonder Woman cover. This is the Art Germ Dark Detective number 1, Wonder Woman 84 cover. Again, nearly photographic. Just Art Germ's covers always just blow me away. So yeah, no, I guess those were the covers for the week, and the Art Germ one was my pick. I thought I had some more books here, but I didn't. Well, my top 3. So we're going to run into the top 3 here, starting with Image Comics Homesick Pilots number 2. I'm pretty sure I reviewed the first issue in one of my last comic haul reviews. If I didn't, this is a really fun book from Image. Again, fun maybe not being the right word, but it's definitely interesting, well-told story, unique perspective on things. Basically, a girl gets trapped inside a haunted house and is trying to collect things to possibly help the house move on. The typical help the ghost move on and they'll leave you alone thing, but there definitely seems to be more of maybe a mischievous, if not outright ill intent from the house itself or entities in the house. So it's a little bit flashback nostalgia to the, I believe it's the 90s. Yeah. And like LA, California punk band scene, or like kids trying to become punk bands or whatever. And not that I was there for any of that. I've lived on the East Coast my whole life, except for a while in Missouri and Chicago area. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. Cool haunted house stuff, weirdness, bizarre. It's right in that niche of almost real enough, but super bizarre that Image falls into with a lot of their books. Up next from Boom Studios, issue 3 of 6, Origins, number 3. Again, it's a far into the future. Mankind is virtually extinct, except for this one survivor, and dozens of animatronic robots, droids, androids, different things. So this has been a really fun series. I keep saying fun. I need to come up with a better word. I need to think more before I talk. It's very interesting. It's engaging. I'm very invested in finding what happens to this character and the droid he is on his journey with, and the little city of droids they meet in this issue. A city of droids whose sole purpose were to serve humanity, and there is no human, so him wandering into this village is, in the words of C-3PO, the Maker coming home, in a way. So yeah. Speaking of C-3PO, he's not in this issue, but my number one pick for the week is Darth Vader number 9. I'm not a huge fan of villains. Darth Vader is one of those exceptions. He has just always been a very intriguing, very terrifying character to me as a child. Just that emotionless mask, everything about him. And this series is taking place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. We've got Ochi of Bestoon, which we first learned about in the Rise of Skywalker. And there's definitely, this current story arc is definitely tying heavily into Rise of Skywalker with the Wayfinder and Mustafar and Ochi and everything and the Sith stuff. So this is very cool to have more of that story fleshed out. Because that's one, even though I like the sequels, and I said in one of my other videos I will do a whole thing about Star Wars coming up, there's a lot of great stuff in the sequel movies. I'm not a hater. I do like them a lot. I just like Star Wars in general. I'm in that camp. I like Star Wars, period. They do have their problems, and I think one of their problems is lack of established fans understanding why things are the way they are, and why they didn't call the Wayfinder a Sith holocron. I still don't know. I mean, technically maybe it's not a holocron, but it would have been just as easy to say, hey, this is a Sith holocron that can be used as a Wayfinder, or whatever. Or maybe my lore of holocrons is that bad that it wouldn't work. Either way, this is cool to see more of the history side of those things that transpired in that movie getting established and playing out. So yeah, so it's cool to see more of this Ochi character, and seeing Darth Vader, who is usually always this like indomitable, powerful force, kind of stripped down to, no pun intended, he's essentially using spare parts of old battle droids to use his cybernetic appendages and things, because he is being tested by the Emperor because he failed to bring Luke and did some other things. So this is like a weird punishment. What's the word? I can't think of the word. I don't know. It's not restitution, but someone out there is probably, if someone got to this point in the video, is probably thinking exactly the word in my mind. Penance. There we go. It's a type of penance, I guess, in a way to earn his way back to the Emperor's favor. Because we know he gets there by Return of the Jedi. So, that's it. I've rambled on. I need to get going. But there it is, week 2 of 2021 Comic Haul Rundown. And we will be back. The multiple personalities that live in here, we'll be back next week with Comic Haul Week 3. I will hopefully have a WandaVision episodes 1 and 2 reaction up sometime this weekend. We'll see what happens, and maybe I'll get a Star Wars thing in. I don't know. I'm getting ambitious to get all those in between now and next week, but we'll see what happens. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.